decision that was made before this kick by Staley and the Chargers is the conversation of the day. 4th and 2 on your own 45-yard line. Up 30-28. A field goal obviously swings this thing. 1 minute and 14 seconds left in the game. On the road, damn near on Brownie the Elf's foot. No timeouts for the Cleveland Browns. They choose to go for it with a very basic slant call. They don't get Justin Herbert on the move at all. No threat of the run. Eckler had like 199 yards on the day total. No threat of run. The play call was a dumb one. The decision to go absolutely stupid. I'm sure there's some stats and analytics genius out there who's on Staley's side. Are they going to be sitting in the foxhole today when Staley's taking all the heat? No. It's very easy to rely on numbers when there isn't humans involved. There are. And they almost gave this goddamn game away. Jacoby Brissett throws an interception whenever they're down 2 in the red zone. Can't do it. Just absolutely can't do this with 3 minutes left on the clock. Jacoby Brissett in field goal range. 3rd and 7. Down 2, throws a pick to old number 32, Cuzzy, who just seemed to be reading the eyes, and Jacoby obviously didn't see him. But this is a massive fuck-up. You think to yourself, oh, the Browns is the Browns. The Chargers are going to put this thing away, and then Staley's like, don't you worry, Jacoby.
We'll give you no shot.
Don't you worry, Jacoby. I'm going to go for it. You punt that ball down there, you pin him. Now, who knows if J.K. Scott's going to pin him, but nonetheless, they have no timeouts. They got Jacoby Brissett. They're down 2. You're at least giving your defense an opportunity with a full field to go win the game. Staley afterwards says, I wanted to win the game there, and I have full faith in my defense getting a stop. It's like, if you have full faith in your defense, fucking punt the ball then. What are we even doing? He gets a win because Cade York misses it. We won't talk about this about a week from now, but it feels like the Chargers fans are at their wits' end with this bullshit that Staley keeps pulling. This is not just this season. This is a carryover from last year where a lot of these decisions were made. They get a win, so it doesn't matter normally. It seems like it still matters this morning to a lot of Chargers fans, including Keenan Allen, who was not in the game, going, what the fuck are we doing, man? Hey. What the fuck are we doing? Eckler does that injury report 2 weeks ago. Keenan Allen tweeting during the game, what the fuck are we doing? I wonder if in that building a lot of people are like, hey, Coach Staley, we love your positivity. We love the fact that you're like Ted Lasso. But also, let's fucking be adults here. This is the NFL. We got a team we can maybe win some goddamn games, A.J. Hawk. This dude does appear to be a fucking madman at the helm.
Yeah, but okay, what was he thinking? Okay, 4th and 2, maybe they feel like, hey, we're going to run this ball. We're going to maybe zero blitz us. If he catches this slant, he goes for a touchdown. He's a genius, right? Staley's like, oh, look at these guys. Or you catch the ball, you go down, you end the game right there. That's all you got to do.
I'm sure there's some stats person that's going to say 4th and 2 with this situation.
No, I would have punted the ball 100%, but I'm saying if he catches this ball, are you saying Staley's a genius?
No, that's yes. 4th and 2, this situation. The stats say you're going to get this 68% of the time, 71% of the time. Do we like that? Yes. If we get it, we score a touchdown, this game is over. We get a first down, this game is over. Let's go for it, 70%. I don't know what the actual stats is. I didn't look it up, but I'm assuming this is what a stats person said. But just once again, to talk about what you were asking there, AJ, the stats aren't humans. The stats don't care about, the minority. It's always a majority conversation. What about the 25% when it doesn't happen? That's 1 in 4. That's a lot of fucking time. 75% might sound like a hell of a majority, a hell of a positive. What if that motherfucker is 25% and just gets thrown in the sack and gets your fucking ass fired? It's like this whole roll the dice situation with Staley is awesome until it isn't. And I think Chargers fans are starting to feel that way, AJ. And this is after a win.
Yeah.
This is after a win, AJ.
Believe me, I think it's questionable for sure to go for it right there, like in your own, like you're not even across the 50 yet. So, and your defense, Cleveland has no timeout. So if you pin them, even if you put them on the 20, they got to go 80 yards, or not 80, but they got to get in field goal range.
50
and hopefully
though,
the dude
probably.
makes a field goal. Yeah, with no timeouts, that's kind of tough to do. It's not college where the clock stops after first downs and all of that. So I get it, but I don't know. Sometimes it's fun, man. Defenses now, they do have to really think about, hey, it's not just third down, money down. It's like 3rd and 4th down. We always have to be prepared. These guys, you can't make a big play on 3rd down or something, hold up your fist, hey, 4th down and run off the sideline now. You got to be worried, hey, I got to stay out here for another one.
I agree. It's awesome. I don't think you're ever going to win a Super Bowl like this, but it is
tough.
It is tough. It is fucking awesome.
You have to have a lot go your way.
It's an electrifying style. It's an electrifying style of offense. It's an electrifying style of play, which they talk about being something and building their fan base in L.A., new city, new market. The Rams just won a Super Bowl. We got Justin Herbert. He's a very good player. He's handsome. He's tall. He says and does everything right. We got a great defense. And we play an electrifying style of football, brand of football. They talk about that. Going for it on fourth downs, utilizing two-point conversions as opposed to like they do all this stuff as a part of the plan. It's like you lose to the Browns yesterday because of that. I don't care how electrifying your shit is. You got to win games. That's how you build up the fan base as much as possible. And maybe this is the turn of the tide for the Chargers.
That's what you talk about situations being situational. Like maybe you can understand that if they're on like the 35, because then if they don't get it, it's like Cleveland's still gonna have to go like 40 yards to get an opportunity. But if you miss that, they need 2 plays and they have a guy who can make 55+ yard field goal. Like it worked out for him, but it probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I mean, it just like, and the more often you do shit like this, chances are, like, next time they do something like this, like, it will bite them in the ass, and they will get beat.
Yeah. Well, they won. Winning cures all.
Yeah, and last year, this is exactly what happened. Early on, they had success, and even though that's not success, but then later on, it killed them. But even if you are going for it, why wouldn't you give it to the guy who's been killing them the entire day? Yeah, it's not like Herbert had 400 passing yards. Like, Eckler was the one who was just destroying them on the ground, so why wouldn't you give him the shot?
Injury report Eckler.
That's right.
Old Twitch Eckler. He went bananas yesterday. Through the air, through the run game. 199 total yards or something like that. A couple of tuds. Congrats to Eckler coming out in Cleveland yesterday with Bronny the Elf on the field. The Cleveland Browns, who knows what they are. They just made a big trade for Deion Jones.
Yep.
Linebacker from the Atlanta Falcons. He's going to Cleveland. It's also the first day that Deshaun Watson's allowed to be back in the building after his suspension, so he's experiencing football as an NFL player with the Cleveland Browns today for the first time in his entire $230 million career with the Cleveland Browns. It's like Chubb's a stud.
Yep.
Defense is unbelievable. Cooper's a guy that can get involved. What's Deshaun going to look like playing football after 2 years off and all the other shit? Can he still do it? It's like the Browns might fall into another, like, what is wrong with the goddamn Browns?
Yeah.
People are pretty upset here in Ohio, no doubt. Like, as soon as the game was over, people were, did you see that game? Yeah, I saw it, buddy. I did.
I think they're 1-4 too. I think
Cade's got to make that kick, obviously.
Yeah.
Cade can make a 54-yarder. That's nothing for him. He's got a massive leg, very breezy day. Can you not gain some more yards, too, whenever you're given the ball in the 45 by the fucking dumbass coach on the other side of the field? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that go into it, which is what Justin Pugh was talking about in the locker room around Matt Amendola. That situation's wild. Kyler Murray says that in his ear, he was being told to spike it and kill it, and then they spike it. It's fourth down because he didn't pick up the first down on the run. Cliff Kingsbury is probably saying, I told him to spike it because I would assume our quarterback would pick up a fucking first down before he'd start sliding. They seem to be in disarray of situation, but they miss a kick too, save the Eagles. It's like kickers got to start making kicks they're supposed to make, and we don't have conversations. But with that being said, team can help them. Team can help them around too.
Obviously.
Let's go to the –
I mean, that Arizona situation, aren't you excited to see how that all plays out? It seems like Kyler and Cliff, I don't know what's going to happen with them.
Hey, that's a weird sitch.
Seems very weird, doesn't it? They better win some games quick to kind of patch things up.
We talked about it in the first hour. DeAndre Hopkins coming back is good news.
Huge for them.
You know what I mean? Like, that's big-time news for them because he is their offense. He's coming back in a couple weeks. Does that make it, all right over there? We shall see.
Yeah.
will that be on Hard Knocks? Will this all be on Hard Knocks?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. When's that start?
Week 7? Is that 2 weeks?
Yeah. He comes – Week 7 will be his first game, too.
What will NFL Films do, though? Will it be all, daisies or –
I don't know.
No, they usually touch on what's going on for sure.
Tell the
do
truth.
they? I don't know.
I don't
The
know.
Colts, they didn't.
Tell the truth.
What if Kyler doesn't want to be involved either? Hey, I don't want you coming home with me because then
Did you
people
see his
will know
outfit?
I'm
He
playing
wants to be
video games.
involved in.
Why? Because he has fashion? You have a problem with his fashion?
on
You
you,
sound like
okay.
one of those old whites.
Yeah, what's up, Tone? Come on.
I am.
You don't get it.
That's how the old whites dress, too.
Can't this guy express himself?
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with that?
I listen. Just like Austin Powers, the Dutch have done some things to me, so I just didn't like the clogs that he was wearing.
All right. I can understand that.